Hello everyone and welcome back here, live from Coventry, Ben. We're going to be jumping in and getting underway, of course, with
Thomas killing all 4
grand
players.
final.
Straight down mid, make that 5.
That's an ace.
It's probably best we didn't
Yeah, I mean, fair
cover
play
that,
there,
because
I don't know.
I don't know what to...
Shrek's giving it.
Yeah, I mean, sure, yeah.
Alright then, yeah, why not?
That's happened. 5-man for Thomas, pretty much all of them up mid.
Let's get it.
On T side. We'll take it, right?
He's moist for a final, Ben. They've been begging for the invite.
They haven't begging for the invite all day.
They want to take the invite.
They'll take the invite after they've won the final.
Yes.
That way they've got it secured.
Secured the invite. Everyone's happy.
Yeah. So, worth noting, I believe this is Endpoint's pick.
Have you noticed how wind and rain looks like win and drain?
Wind and rain.
Yeah, look. Wind and drain.
Yeah?
Just thought I'd notice that.
Wind and drain.
Wind and drain.
There's a few variations of that.
It's the name of a sewage company that specialises in very aggressive weather.
Of course. My favourite kind of sewage company.
Well, yeah, you know, when you got to go, but it's a storm outside.
They also did the water in our hotel.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to be honest. Jenko.
Oh,
the double slay.
Oh.
What an absolute gamer. He's got away with that one, Ben.
Yeah, he has got away with that. They're quite lucky that, you know, there was a trade. Was there? Good. 2v3. They kind of salvaged this round.
Yeah.
Janko kind of made it a bit, you know, you kind of like, oh, is this going to play out quickly? And then, thankfully, I mean, I didn't think a player would play behind that cart.
No.
And, yeah, you got the drop on him, obviously.
Smashed it, really.
Yeah.
Fair play to
so
that.
That should mean that Astro, recovered the Mach 10, which, if you're Endpoint, you're fine with that. It's a Mach 10. He'll drop the CZ, or he'll try and hunt it with this Mach 10. But,
yeah.
What's he going to do, really? You can exit apps or anywhere else, just not CT. You wouldn't bother risking it anyway. So, I mean, Jenko, it seems like he's carrying that form in, I guess. Although he is the only one who's got kills, but it is worth noting, the past 2 maps we watched him, he had 60 kills, I would say?
Yeah, I'd say total.
60 across 2 maps?
Something ridiculous like that. He was on an absolute tear. He was just wrecking face round in, round out. Single-handedly was, I'd say, probably the biggest performer we've had the entire event. Yeah,
standout-wise, literally just, because I wouldn't say we've had enough sample size otherwise, but
no, it's
in terms of single
very
performance, he smashed.
Oh yeah.
Like that's the point. That was the closest game we've seen. 2, coincidentally, which
it's worrying, really, when you think about it.
Yeah, that he needed to have 37 kills in a 16-12 win.
Yeah.
But hey ho, gone now.
Swings and roundabouts. They are gone now. We walked
They
past
are gone
them on
now.
the stairs.
Oh wow.
They have left the arena.
So that aggressive pushing apps actually didn't come into fruition at all. It's kind of left Fry on his own here, which he's holding steady, but I don't see why you'd go down the corridor now. Especially at your Endpoint, you've cleared 2 people in there. Just stick together, make sure you get the trades. And Dom's kind of with a single flash, just kind of sitting around. But he does get that 1 kill. It's an MP7 too, so it's not actually like, Mach 10. You wouldn't like say that. An MP7 actually is okay on a buy round. It's got good ammo then. And the fire is obviously fantastic. And it's again a save. Astro saving makes sense, and Fry too, just because they have armor.
Yeah.
Dom, he has a flash.
He has a flash.
Better to keep the flash than lose the flash.
Yeah.
I guess that's one way of looking at it.
Who knows? He might run in there, Ben. He could be slain by Mach 10. That's some money.
Yeah, that's true. He could also use that flash next round and flash 5 enemies
in one go.
Yeah.
Which should be incredible.
Yeah, to be fair. If you manage that. And all of Endpoint are doing a nice little cozy save. Everybody's getting nice and cozy in the corner, other than Max. Not been invited.
Max likes to keep himself slightly out of, he doesn't want to be overwhelmed. He needs his own personal space.
Also, Joe said, who knows?
Yep, yeah.
We can't really give any evidence on that one.
He is a loud sleeper.
Supposedly.
Well, Joe also said we snore. Now,
yeah, no, I don't know.
I do snore, but I refuse to believe that I snored at that event.
Yeah.
Because me and you were sleeping on the little pizzas.
We were on the floor.
On the floor on the pizzas.
Yeah. So Max, earlier on today, we saw him as like the dedicated lurker, didn't we? He was towards Ivy on his own train. And he's got that same sort of role at Banana. Which I'm fine with, you know. You could trust Max to do that sort of role, can't you?
He's a trustworthy guy.
Yeah, trustworthy guy, and you can assume he's got enough experience now that he can just, you can trust him to do the correct thing.
Thing is, though, he has let me down.
Oh,
obviously, he went to a Tesco. Other brands of store are available, of course, Ben. He asked me, do I want anything? I said, yes, Max. I'd like a 2-litre bottle of Evian. We got that.
Yep.
I asked for some cranberry juice. He went, a carton. I went, yeah. Did I get it? No. So you can't trust him, then.
Yeah. That's not ideal, is it?
That's not what you want. I was looking forward to that cranberry juice.
So somehow, when the Raiders has accepted that they've given up Arch fully, right?
Yeah.
Like, Jenko's playing in such a passive area, and I think we're going to see Max go in dry on his own here before they get contact at mid. He's making quite a bit of noise. He's forced to smoke.
Yeah.
That's probably the most he can do without just running in and dying.
So, I mean, he has no utility. He can't really draw him out any more than what he has done. He's made a bit of elephant footing to keep him busy.
It's actually going to be a B square.
Oh, they go for the
This
wrap.
could be an issue with Jenko being prepared for this. They do a 3 here.
Oh.
So this
My
could have been
goodness.
absolutely crazy.
Normally, you expect Jenko to get an absolute spray down there and just wreck everyone a bit.
Max does not realise there'd be another player there.
Oh, I bet it doesn't matter, as the damage has already been done anyway from the other players. Pulse tries to come back to
There's not much time. Pulse needs to get this punt down.
Yeah, you've got 8 seconds there. It has to be instantaneous.
Bomb down there, blind
it, Craig gets the flag.
Oh.
But there's the response. Link did not want to set anyone up for success there. Instantly ends the Cinderella story. And it could have been a 4th round for Endpoint, but instead, Winner will get there first on the board.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Craig double tap just as that flash went off.
Yeah.
And he hit both of them. Like, has he not got it? That plant's actually quite big, considering the money, because it does mean that Lezard can actually get an op safely without, affecting his money too much as well. It'll be interesting to see sort of what kind of T-side stuff they actually have got in the bag.
Yeah.
So obviously, both teams technically here have a stand-in, right? Both teams have a Swedish player that they normally use, and they're not here today.
There's no Robin and there's no Hemzik.
Yeah. This is a lot more aggressive on both sides. Jeez.
They're both busy at IKEA right now.
Obviously.
Making some flat pack furniture, Ben.
Flat pack.
That's what Robin's all about. So he keeps his brain so in tune in the downtime.
Fair enough.
And for Hemzik, it's training the flick of the wrist by turning a screwdriver. Keeps the op.
That's one way of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we saw issues with Dom's apartment sold earlier on, didn't we?
Yeah, it was a bit of a leak, I think it's fair to say, in a couple of rounds. But he tightened it up towards the end of the game.
Yeah, he
definitely looked, a million times more awake on the second map we saw on Overpass as well. He was starting to wreck face. So Dom, obviously going into this as well, the pressure's going to be on his shoulders rather. You know this is the big one. You're in the final now. It's versus Endpoint. This is the end game. Unfortunately, he has been slain. Late to rest, but Link, the double kill back into effect. Thomas as well. Tries to get the trade, and it all comes down to Joe Ducky loose.
He has a spare smoke, so if he can get this one in mini pit, comfortably off the wall, if he's willing to use it.
Oh my.
That tag!
Big tag, but no frag bent.
The flash hasn't got anything either. So Astra has allowed Fry to be. Oh!
Absolutely lazered.
You can see they played that 2v1 correctly too, in the sense that Fry was tagged, he went out first, and Astra went for the kill second, but you can't really play around that flick, because it did feel like it was off the screen a bit. It felt like it was through the box. It
was a confidence flick. Full faith. You got to bend the bullets, Ben.
See that force bite in effect. Oh, Jenko was having a bit of a spin, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Not a better way of describing that. And this is such a passive hold from Endpoint too. You can see very, very careful. Nothing compared to
Max?
Yeah, nothing compared to how Wind and Rain were playing their anti-eco earlier on today against horses and carriages. Horse and carriage.
Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah. Yeah.
My favourite mix, of course.
Yeah. So it's, it's very composed, and they're going together as a pack. They've not identified any map control issues, but they are just figuring we can just go together and we shouldn't have any issues here. However, the setup, the setup is a boost over the corner here.
Ooh.
Unfortunate for Fry though, they are just going to flash over, and Thomas is right at the front. He's ready to come through.
Thomas is the frontline infantry. You get the 3 backstab, the adjustment up to try and find that headshot on Fry, but luckily Cray will be able to decimate him anyway. Ben, at this point, you've got full site control. That's 4 players there. You're going to have Pulse Halt towards Banana. Big tag from Jenko into Lazar, actually. Knocks him down just to sub 30 HP. That's pretty filthy.
Yeah, doesn't mean anything, unfortunately.
Yeah,
for him. He won't know that. Yeah, he won't know that thing. But just a bit cheeky.
It's nice.
So really well played anti-eco run from them because he, as I said, very composed. They knew what their end goal was. They got all together. Nobody, trailing. Nobody trying to get some eco frags. Nothing like that. They lose one man, which is Thomas, but he got that first kill and he gave info where the second guy was, which is exactly what you're in Fragger to do. He wants to go in, get that first kill, give you the info on the next person who can then trade it.
Yeah.
So all in all, perfect round really. Yeah, they lose one person, that's fine, considering the grand scheme of things.
No. Yeah, Jenko asking for the dink.
Did I dink one?
The dink Lazar.
He heard that rogue dink, at the very least.
He suspected it.
Yeah, he did expect
his claims were true.
Fair enough. And they're still not buying her.
No.
So, that's quite... I wouldn't say bold. But, is at the very least them considering we really need utility.
Yeah.
Like, Inferno is quite a utility-heavy map anyway.
I mean, this is really 2 teams playing now as well. It's been a lot of mixes. Now you're getting to the point where Winterrain, they know they need to play like a team against a team here. You've got to be able to get those smokes out. You've got to be able to actually play around the map control. And this is a heavy push here early on towards Banana Ben. They've got top banana control ready. They're about to push in. Astro, trying to get the dink down with that USP. He doesn't actually connect the first shot. Will be slain. Thomas executes him with the AK. Fast response unit is there, and his name is Jenko.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's much he can actually do here. So again, a very clean round from Empire. Luz has been dinked once more.
Yeah.
Not by Luz, not by Jenko this time. Which I believe it was Fry. Yeah, we can't really get much going there. Yeah, it's an awkward situation. You're kind of stuck in between them all. You hope you'll be able to find one, but they don't give you that one-to-one option, do they? They just face you with many men and overwhelm you. Honestly, 6-1. It's looking good for Endpoint. It really is looking really good. Both players trying to get some kind of exit. Dom a bit more aggressive. Nothing there though. So the question is, what kind of situation is this going to be then? So they double ecoed. They don't even have that much grenades, considering that they double ecoed, right? No HEs, no mollies. So in terms of zonal damage, you've got none. And, Inferno, we've been going on about all day, the utility damage, it's a huge thing. Even though it seems so small on that tab, it builds up.
Yeah, especially on Inferno, man. CT side, T side, both of them have a lot of opportunities and windows to get early damage in. And it's also the fact as well, especially on that CT side, you get that HE in early, the amount of damage you can then unleash with that M4 in that position is ridiculous, You basically turn yourself into Wilden and AK at that point, but Link finds the first frag. Max has gone down, a further kill coming in as well. Pulse decides to try and rebel against them though, wants none of it now. As Dom will be dominated upon. Link as well.
Ooh. So an awkward one.
Just has to sprint out there. Oh, tries to go for the face. Does get the tag. Astro.
That has made things a bit interesting in this hold, because Cray, he's got all of the men coming up quad. And he's ready to take them all out.
Yeah, Cray just wants to fight him one by one. Bit of a delayed reaction there in the end, so Jinko actually does get the better of him. There is a flick from Lazar.
Lazar's down to 13 Kevlar helmet.
That's going to be a rebuy.
That has to be a rebuy. Jeez, he's nearly reached the point where an M4 might kill him with one shot. I would like to know the exact numbers on those. I might actually look at, because there must be a certain point where it does weaken enough that it does one shot, right? Because otherwise, what's the point of the thing?
Yeah.
Really. I want to see if he rebuys it. I'm gonna stay on him. Come on, then, Lazar. If he doesn't rebuy this, I'm gonna make fun of him.
Oh, he's mental. He's not rebuying armor. It's basically glass cannon ult at this point.
He gets hit, right? If he gets dinged by a USP or something,
he's dead.
He loses all the helmet. and he loses all the Kevlar. And I think I'm not sure. Do you get aim punched back?
I think no, you get the aim punch. It transitions over it, so he'll get aim punched.
That'd be diabolical, to be fair. I'm kind of interested. I want to see the story unfold there. Thomas does not care.
Thomas is giving it. All right, well, fair play. I mean, the
Doesn't
ref
need
is
to get
basically
damaged.
over.
Why has it not been damaged?
I know. Maybe
Stab
next
him,
round
boys.
he'll rebuy armor.
Possibly. It is down to length, though. He's only got a CZ and Kevlar. Not really much he can do.
Yeah.
He'll be looking to try and get the gun. I think there's a gun on top of Mana here.
So Thomas
Maybe
is
not.
there.
Thomas is still here, though.
Absolutely Tom.
And he's ready.
Thomas,
So
13-5.
yeah,
He is on the ball.
it's the laser camera for the Kevlar. No,
He's not buying Kevlar.
no,
He's not doing
he's
it.
not noticed.
Come on, Joe.
He's not noticed. Okay, he still has no. He's got 13 Kevlar. You know,
He's
it's just
taking it
so
on the
funny
chin.
looking at everybody else 100
Yeah.
into it.
He's only got
This
16k
Astro-
now as well. Mighty Max kicking it off with a bang.
Oh, it's grenade as well, but it's kind of made it impossible for him to see.
Yeah, Max has gone for the peak, shrouded there.
Astro with a nice shot, to be fair. From his point of view, it was
Yeah,
an
I
absolute
mean-
filthy shot.
Max has done him. Lazar yet to be shot.
Yeah,
He's been a
we'll
lucky
keep
boy.
tabs on him. We'll keep tabs on him. But otherwise, this round has been quite passive. I mean, postage doing kind of it's like a side lurker role. If if the group is towards Max, that means he's lurking outside the map. If it's not, then reverse situation. And it looks like the end goal will be B, and it's just try there. Janko's AWPing Arch, so he doesn't really want to move without giving up all that map info.
They've got so
But
much
with all these
utility.
grenades coming in, that's good flashes. They are really good grenades.
Yeah, that's a ton of nades in the site. You've got side control. You forced them out the majority of common positions with the smokes and the molotovs they used.
Ooh.
Big spray though. That is incredible. Lunacy coming through there. As Fry feeling himself. We'll be able to frighten them. We'll start to pop them down a notch. Lazar goes for the peek out. Holding the smoke. Gonna readjust. Waiting for this push to come towards him, Ben.
So they're going to boost the AWP up here.
The Genko boost.
Thomas is watching it. Les is ready for the push if it comes, but that smoke will be fading in a few seconds. Gets that first one, can he get the second? Doesn't need to, Thomas gets it for him. And the last man standing is Fry, the original man on this site.
Ooh.
And Lesnar gets out with being tagged.
13 armor still. Still living it. 16k. He's bought armor. He's waited till he had the 16k, Ben. He's bought armor.
What a
He's
eco-
living La Vida
what
Loca.
What an efficient boy.
What a confident gamer. To be fair, he's basically not lost cash at all.
Yeah, I mean he's made his money back there.
And more.
How many rounds he's had that
That's mental.
going?
That was the confidence boost.
And Wind and Rain are now in a situation where they keep force buying in. Although I say they keep force buying in, Fry's force bought, Jenko's force bought, the others have not. And Thomas yet again wins that fight.
Just this burst aggression towards Top Banana. Very early entry, just able to crack them open like a coconut, Ben. There is coconut milk all over the floor.
I suppose it'd be that confidence, wouldn't it? That 5k at the start. He was
Yeah.
just like, what are you doing? Obviously, no matter who you are, a 5k right at the start of the game. A final especially.
That's
that
a rude
pumps you up.
awakening. Yeah.
And here we go, Bogdan's Law. More than capable as a rifle laser. Wouldn't like to admit it, but he is definitely capable of doing it.
He is the rifle lad. He is the
And unfortunately, Link
anti-flash
does
lad.
actually get that pick into apps, there, which does spice things up a bit. Because right now, Prey is on a bit of a solo mission. If I'm honest, he's faking a rap, and it's actually pulled a player from B. If they were to go in now, it's completely free. But they are getting Lizard Smoke Coffin, which fair enough. Better safe than sorry, I guess. But by the time Jenko has arrived, he's already reached Coffins, and you've already got Astra and CT as well. Oh, he's got a Molly. That might kill Thomas. Ooh. Very tight situation there for the plan. Oh, this is quite a wide plan. Oh no. Does get traded, 2v2. Link is still quite a way away. There's 10 seconds on the clock to be fair.
Oh,
And that was a crucial frag.
that's huge. Thomas might have just saved him the game there. All up to Link now, 1v2. Link Formidable in certain rounds. When it comes down to his raw aim, let's see if that is going to be on display tonight. Slowly makes his move. Slithering up like a snake, Ben. Getting as close as he can. Pissing the whole way. Doesn't fancy it though.
Yeah,
not
no
a fan.
cap.
Oh, hello.
Oh, he did get tagged then on the way out,
Ooh.
but was not quite able to get him out. Does get his AWP and he's off from his trolley as well. He's straight away gone. That makes it 10-1 to Endpoint. Consider the situation in the game earlier on with Wind and Rain. They only won 16-12 against the team earlier on Inferno.
Consider this. Endpoint, the last time they played Inferno was versus London Lynx.
It was. And London Lynx beat them 16-3. Therefore, we can assume
London Lynx is better than Wind and Rain and Endpoint.
combined.
Wayne Point.
At least.
When drain.
Windy End Rain Point. Not sure.
Wind and drained.
Wind and Drain Point.
Skips and Fanta, please. Skips and Fanta.
This is a really awkward situation. Thomas loves sitting in these smokes, ready for a flash to come through.
He's one smoky boy.
Yeah, I was going to say,
He's the
really
sort of man
likes...
that goes to a nightclub and just stands next to the smoke machine, Ben. All night.
Just huffing it.
Yeah, just sitting in the smoke. What are you doing, Thomas? Leave me alone.
But I was going to say, it's one of those situations, he's really, really good at identifying... So you know when the smoke's fading, you can see on radar, right?
Yeah.
He's really good at the exact timing on that. Which is that was the instance just then when he was sat in that smoke. He was sat in there trying to scour his aim around, just trying to see, can I see them as it's fading? And you know, he did see him.
Yeah.
He got the drop on, I believe it was Jenko. And Fry, you know, 1v3.
There we go.
It's a bit of a rough one. No kit, MP9. Not great.
Jenko there. Calling it out, obviously, the...
Poster can't survive in
Yeah.
kit. Which means he'll unfortunately be running towards Fry. Ooh. He does get the kill, and that should mean the AK, assuming it didn't go over the wall. Yeah, correct. It's Thomas. I mean, Luz has only died once as well. You know, look at the deaths. He's got one. Nearest is 5, 6, 6, 7. Yeah.
Wow. 111.
And Astro's got the AWP out again. And that smoke has not landed where it was meant to go.
I don't know what they were trying to do there.
From bad to worse for Astro,
and
as
the
he's
nades.
taking all kinds of...
Ben,
Come on,
he's in an
touching them
inferno.
out. He's not even seen an enemy.
What is he up to? What are these shenanigans, Ben?
He's got to be giving that to someone else now, sure.
That was hotter than the summer. And it's been a hot summer.
Yeah, it's been a hot summer, to be fair.
Astro must
I'll
be
give you that.
sweating.
This is different now as well. So they've switched up the way they were taking Banana. This time was Thomas with, I think, Lazar responding. And earlier on we saw Max doing it alone.
Yeah.
And we saw Pulse on his own towards Abs. Now it's Pulse and Max and Abs. So you know, they're kind of mixing it up in a weird way. And he's ready to send Thomas in. Or Thomas is ready to just go in himself without flash going off. But... Ooh. So this is going to be a confrontation at quad by looks things. You know, Link, arguably the one player who's actually fragging quite decently right now. He'll be looking for the challenge. Gets the first kill, that's the bomb though as well. He doesn't really need to force his second peak. But he is close enough to potentially fight.
Okay. Well, they're going to put all their cards on the table. Let's see if it is actually going to be a royal flush from their Ben as they push their way out. Lazar with the initial headshot. There is the trade back as Max gets absolutely annihilated. Lazar finds the headshot, but he's got so much to do. Doubles it up. That's 2 huge frags. He's popping heads.
He's won 1v2 before from this position.
Misses out on that flick. That could have been critical, Ben. I mean, at that point, you hit that shot on Astro, he would have been pumped. It's the 1v1 versus Jenko. Who knows what would have happened, but that does mean the scoreline now will be 2-11.
Yeah, and figured we might as well have a look at some of the stats. So, Dom with the 0 damage from grenades and 0 flashes. 11 flashes from the Mighty Max.
already a...
Yeah, I was going to say,
that's-
he's been leading the category whenever we've had a look at it.
Yeah, that's huge. I think
Obviously-
Max has kind of had the most flashes out of anyone here
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. Like, we didn't see him in the quarterfinal earlier on, but we at least saw him in that train game where
Yeah.
29 people flashed. It was, outrageous.
That was really nice as well, by the way. Nice use of the nades there and the mollies towards top banana. Everyone quite low. Astro takes a fairly efficient hit. I mean, Fry's basically lifeless.
Yeah. You have to think, you switch the rifle with him, right?
You gotta, yeah, he looks, the thing is, he looked like he was looking for it.
Yeah.
He went for the old crosshair over the body.
All you needed was a little crouch. Just
Yeah,
going,
2 crouches, you know.
Give.
Or, Link, he's seen a bit of
Oh.
leg and he knows how
Link
to take
is
it
feeling
off.
it too fast. I said he's one of the few players right now going performing for them. And he's needed once more, and
Oh.
was it again? Oh, and he falls again at the 1v2 hurdle.
Constantly towards that
I know, I
A
was going to say,
side.
there was another 1v2
Yeah.
into a 5k situation. Because it was the same last round.
Trying to make magic each and every round, but unfortunately left his deck of cards at home, Ben. He's tried to pull a rabbit out of a hat. And it's not, there was not a rabbit in the
Up
hat.
on the road near the Rico Arena.
Yeah. There was a cat on the sidewalk.
There was a cat. You can see the grenades being used really, really effectively now. Thomas is in such a horrible position. He needs somebody to flash for him. Because right now that molly is working as a one-way essentially. And Astro does get the kill through the flash as well. Which, give him benefit of the doubt, I suppose, in that situation as well. And with this flash, Fry should be able to get complete control of banana. But if Endpoint heard that at mid, they should know. You can see Luz is kind of
He seems
crouching
dubious,
about.
yeah.
And Cray is coming back to it. But will he think that there's someone close? That's all a fake. No, Astro, he'll be like, no, there's no need for me to be there. I don't have to do this at all. Meanwhile, Jenko's been boosted here for the first time this game. He did it earlier on today, and I believe he got the single kill out of it. And that jump is making so much noise.
Oh, the adjustment only gets 1 frag before the drive-by comes back in and gets slain by the AK of Cray, starting to go a little bit more outrageous.
Ooh.
We need to see him go huge
Link
here,
has been
Ben.
on fire.
He's in the 1 versus 3, dives through the smoke as he bounces around like an acrobat, looking to really just annihilate each and every one of them. He has the bomb. He's got 20 seconds on the clock, and he's in a 1 versus 3. Astro, Dom,
It's an awkward angle to peek.
and Link. Oh, Ben, he's just got to commit
This
for
is
it.
a cheeky plant, but it's got to the point where there's only so many places he can plant.
Yeah.
Which, tough position to be in, I suppose. But 11 to 4, I would say Endpoint should be feeling happy with that half. But it was the CT side that got to them against London Lynx.
Yeah.
And there's a few issues with that. So obviously there's been a little pause here at half time. I believe it is a toilet brick.
I mean, we got like a hand gesture.
Yeah, a whizzing gesture.
Well, it was like a flopping is what we got. But I assume that's what it meant.
Yeah.
So I'll take that on board.
Yeah, so it was that CT side that kind of let them down. As you can see, the 2 players missing. I believe it's Fry and Dom, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fry and Dom.
They have gone AWOL. You can
Yeah.
see a little bit of ginger hair there, just bobbing over the top of the monitor at the back. That is, of course, Thomas himself.
Yep.
Along with the rest of the
See
Endpoint
Max's
side.
little gap as well.
Yeah. Obviously, from the right to left, it is Thomas, Pulse, Max, Luzza, and then Cray on the very, very end, who's completely out of vision. You see a little bit of Max's face.
Yeah, actually, you've got a good gap there. Oh, not anymore. He keeps having a little move.
Yeah.
Trying to keep his hands warm, isn't he?
Trying to keep himself primed.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was saying, like, the Endpoint CT side was always the issue on Inferno.
Yes.
It's whether it's to do with, on Monday they didn't have Luzza, for example. That's a big prominent part of your CT, the main AWPer, missing. But then the weekend before that, they didn't have Thomas, and they were still a bit shaky too. So it doesn't seem like you can just pinpoint on, those weeks having a stand-in or anything. I would like to see if they have improved on that regard. Because when I watched them on Monday, it was a case of they're doing too much, or they're trying too many different complex things instead of just playing the game. But they do only need the 5 rounds.
I mean, it's not a tall order at this point.
Yeah, like it's a reasonable amount.
especially for how they're playing. We have just had Dom return to his PC, getting set up now. The old tactical toilet break.
Yeah. I remember going for one of those before.
Yeah.
I remember it went into overtime, and I called the pause when it went into overtime because I was just like, I can't do this. I need to go.
I need a whiz.
It was in the NEC. I remember having to have a proper run. I actually ran to the toilet because I was like, we don't have much time.
There we go. The return of the man himself, Big Dog Fry. The most composed man in the UK sports scene. I think it's fair to say. I don't think I've ever seen his face change.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. To be fair.
I like how I went to press.
Yeah.
I've gone to press 1 on a keyboard that doesn't exist in front of me, so that was good.
So that does appear to be all the players back. Should be getting underway very, very soon. Assuming everybody's unpaused that.
So Thomas started off the game with a 5k. Are we looking for a second half?
Second half pistol 5k?
Yeah.
I would love to see what the odds are on doing that.
Round it up. I mean, we're in a casino, Ben. Are you a gambling man? What do you reckon? What do you reckon on us seeing this?
100 to 1.
I'll give you one Hyacinth McCaw.
So it's the same pistol they did against London Lynx, right?
Right. Oh, it is.
This
yeah,
was cuckoo.
The
when I
4
saw
players
this.
in pit. This is outrageous. I don't know why. Yeah, Pulse on B on his own. All 4 players in pit. They have no angles. They're not going to get any info. But luckily, Wind and Rain are walking into it.
Yeah, it's just the fact that I think your benefit is if they do a wrap on Arch. You're able to get the long range on them. If they burst out of apps, I'm not too sure. Because right now, they are going to come out of apps.
Yeah.
But they are delaying it,
Are they going for
I
the
like
wrap
this.
here?
So they're waiting for the smoke. They're going to come through that mini pit smoke as they burst out of apps. And there's so many people in pit, but it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're getting tagged up then, and they're going to be getting dropped down as well. Everyone hits the deck on the side of Endpoint. I don't like this pistol.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I didn't think it was good last time they did it. I don't think it's good now.
Yeah. You could argue, both times we've seen it, they have had the exact thing that would beat it happen. But at the same time, like, even an apps burst there would have beat them. Just because you've got 4 people in pit.
Yeah.
And just overwhelming numbers of Glocks jumping at you. You're not going to lead shot.
I feel like the success chance of you actually just playing that round more default,
yeah,
you're going to win it.
You're probably more likely to do it.
Yeah, the majority of the time over.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. But that is a very clean pistol, if I do say so. And this begins the comeback, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Should they convert the round? They failed to do so earlier. So they didn't convert it earlier on today. They did have issues with it. And you can see the 2 smokes been bought, or 3 smokes rather. And Pulse has been trusted with this site on his own.
He has got the one solid smoke, of course, to keep him back.
And you can see some kind of...
Little I mean, he's playing anti-flash. You've got 2 players there.
Double
They're both playing
anti-flash.
anti-flash.
And then Thomas is playing flash.
Okay.
For the anti-flash, I guess.
So Thomas is
right?
going to flash. Max will be the bait.
Yeah,
Actually,
Luz is the one peeking the corner.
Yeah, Luz is going for the peak. And you got
But
Max
they're
there to
bursting
support.
apps.
Yeah.
So let's see how Thomas deals with this situation. Because
Thomas needs to wreck face Ben. He's got to absolutely dig him down. He has got the first 50 caliber rounds of pain starting to run through their body, but it is only 1. Doesn't get the opportunity to use that flash, so now the squad that you've got and the troublesome trio of Endpoint need to try and really cause some commotion in the ocean. They start to sprint their way back around. Astro brought down to just 19 HP. But look at this, they've got complete side control.
and they have to run away.
They realise it's time to scarf up.
Yeah, I mean, another interesting eco strat, I suppose.
Yeah.
At some point when we watch Endpoint, that pistol will actually come into fruition and will be challenged the way they intend for it to be challenged.
Yes.
I think is the best way of putting it. Yeah, because at some point it has to work, right? Just, based on the odds, at some point it has to work.
You'd have thought so.
But just based on how it looked from the get-go, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. So 4 AKs. We can see Astra is probably going to be a bit more of a scout in this round.
Yeah.
Not if he's been stabbed.
Well,
in
yeah,
the
not
back.
when he's on 40 HP. Not.
Yeah, that's not great. That's not great. See, here's a situation now where you might want to switch out who has the Mac 10. I feel.
Probably, but they're not gonna.
Yeah.
No nades on Endpoint though, just the smokes to play with.
Yeah,
Max
it's the 2 smokes
and
they
Cray.
saved. Still. So Cray uses his at mid. And Max is going to try as long as possible to use his. You can see a very slow, composed Antico around here. Just because they know they saved, well, 4 of them saved, didn't they?
Yeah.
So what was the full on? Just, yeah, we don't need to actually, we don't think this is a full eco anymore. They could still have armor, they could still have pistols. It's still a bit spooky. Dom actually took 32 health damage from Thomas just then, facing down mid. And Max should, actually he'd already smoked, I didn't even notice he smoked. But that molly is right on the money. Max has been forced out, and Pulse has been forced out too. But they're not even going to that site. Absolutely bamboozled.
Yeah, they've just been reeled in. They've been baited in, Ben.
Yeah.
Like a fish out of water. They're flapping around. And they've only just
Confused.
worked out what's gone on.
Yeah. I like the call for but just cause, you know, if you're going to win a round like that, you commit 5 to the site. If they don't come there, they don't come there. Right?
Yeah.
Like, if you really want to, you can save the armor on Cray and Pulse still. You can have Max and Luzzer. Luzzer might not want to because he can keep this, pistol if he buys an AWP. Although I don't think he's got the money to have AWP Kevlar anyway. So it is still a bit rough. Max tried that fade away tag, but nothing else is seeming to happen for them. So Wind and Rain takes the 7th round, and this spy round, Luzzer still died. So he loses that deagle.
Yeah, that's gone. So
Uh,
that's great.
yeah. No sidearm for Mr. Loose. Not today.
No armor either.
Yeah, it's not fantastic. And even grenades, they're not great.
What's actually going to do with this AWP as well? We've seen some passive.
He is
Ooh.
peeking from that quad side. He does actually go for that full aggro peek as well.
The full face the whole way across.
This is an awkward banana. That molly though, that's going to make Pulse take a lot of damage. He got hit once on the way through!
Oh no.
Oh,
Off to the Burns ward with you.
that's got to be the worst time I've jumped through a molly. He literally got hit for 27.
Yeah.
And there's the equalizer there. Luzzer still confident he can hold that angle, just stay there. Sticks with it, and doesn't need to do anything else now. It's evened up. I've got to feel like they send someone to the other site though. Cray is making a move, but I feel like you just do it to flash Max in or something.
Set themselves up towards me, going to try and go to play up towards the A site. They do have rifles. They are going to be locked mano and mano in terms of what they're fighting with here. 40 seconds on the clock. Just hustling and bustling, ready to burst and kick that door down and sprint on the A site. Luzzer, it was the T side where he was finding ferocious flicks on the site then, but not on the CT side. He's lost his lips. He's hit the deck, and it's now down to a 2v2 to see if this will be the 12th round for Endpoint or the 8th for Wind and Rain.
They do have a kit, and Cray does have those 2 flashes. You've got to be thinking with Fry's so low, but he's playing a head triangle. He's effectively. You might as well be 100 health right now, or at least 80, just because they're in 4 factor, right? But it's a really awkward angle to push up to, because you start pushing up, he'll see both of you, he'll tap one of you down, just like that, and you have to save. And this comeback is on, it's 11-8. Like, I did say that Endpoint CT side, it was still the question mark.
It's definitely got some holes in the structure. I mean, the complete parallel from what we saw in the first half Endpoint just crushing their way through. Leans is a fact as well, though. They were playing a little bit more loose. They're playing a bit more aggressive. They were actually going for firefights, and I think a lot of that is just the fact Thomas is pumped, obviously, off of what was a big opener.
Yeah. And
that's where he plays his best as well. You're going to see him running in, he'll be holding W, just popping heads. It's kind of what you want.
So you can see that Pulse and Max have invested smokes into this round. Just to see if they can just delay that banana push in some way. If at all, obviously. But Fry, quite a patient guy. He doesn't really need to force a play here. But with the way they put those smokes down, he is quite wary. So we haven't actually seen that boost used too often today. We saw it once, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Thomas gets his head squished off towards mid. Cray, you're up top, you're at an elevated angle, but you shoot straight away. Trying to work with his teammate, Ben, but it does not come through. Sure, you get one frag, but it isn't there. Can't get that follow-up trade. You are going to go down. Max on the site with a 5-7 can always be an absolutely lethal factor. You're upgraded to a Kalashnikov as well. And Max is just going to be a menace.
This timing could be crucial. Surprise, just about the one, but the Pulse has got there. If he carries on walking, he's timed this, so he's actually started shooting. Oh, that could have been something completely crazy. Yeah, it's a bit of a ticking time bomb, really. Like one of the key things that that Endpoint had against London Lynx and CT side was Pulse having an orb and Luz having an orb.
Yeah.
So now we've resorted to this. You know, after that second eco round, I think Astro. I was wondering what that transaction was. I saw he had a Glock, and that was it. I was like, does he got a gun? But Luz opens it up with aggressive pick and ups. Good. That's something, right? But because of that slow start out of spawn, win the rain we're never intending to take banana.
Yeah.
So this is kind of been negated. I was wondering if Pulse would stick on that. But again, look at the nades on this B site. They've got a single smoke. Really not great.
Taking that mid control, Ben. Slowly hedging their bets up and getting closer and closer. Want to keep their eyes on the prize. 40 seconds on the clock now. Astro works his way around. He is going to be up against Thomas in a battle for his life. Thomas with the Molotov as well. Gets it in behind the smoke. That is actually going to be very useful. Already some big damage transferred through.
There.
They're divided.
Thomas has forced the divide here, though, is the issue. He's made it so it's 100% Cray and Luzza on this site alone. And Luzza still has a smoke. But because of this, Cray needs to watch out for that lurk from... No, that flash! But thankfully Thomas made that kill. It's only 10 seconds on the clock. This is limited time. They just need to live out.
Oh my goodness.
But they have started the plant. And Astro has got the plant down.
Bomb's gone down, 2v2. Now it is actually about the win. You lose Luzza, he's going to expire, and it is all down to Max and Pulse. Are we going to reach the max here? Or will our Pulses flatline into this one, Ben? It's a major round, but the face comes through. Astro makes quick work of Mighty Max. They try and get the follow-up frag as well, and Pulse is having none of it. He is way out of his comfort zone, and he is going to get out of there.
Yeah, so I think this is where we hit the mark of tactical pause territory. Right, so you lost what will be 6 on the spin. So now you've got to be wondering, how are we losing these rounds, right? We're getting certain, like, that was 10 seconds left. The round before that, you had another close situation, and it's just a wonder how, how far ahead can they consider themselves to be, where they still don't feel like a pause is taken, Because it's getting to the point where they need to do something different.
Yeah.
So the AWP hasn't been given to Pulse. Max did... No, Max didn't recover race. How did he get that in the first place? I'm trying to think. Okay. Very red.
It's Pulse's AWP, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I don't know where he got it from.
Oh.
That's unlucky. Also unlucky.
Yeah. Trying to find the Nooper when they can, but Jenko's not having it. This is his apartment. These are his holes.
Whose house? Jenko's house. He's doing a flat viewing and everyone's invited. But there's only one rule, and it's that no one leaves.
Which means, Max, you're not allowed to leave now. You're in. But he's playing hide and seek.
Yeah. You're here forever. And if he finds you, he shoots you.
Yeah?
Hardcore hide and seek.
Yeah, so, Max and Pulse slowly finding out that they have made the wrong guess, at least,
Yeah.
in this round. And it's safe to assume this will be 11-11. So, we've gone from 11-4 to 11-11. We said 5 rounds isn't too crazy. It could well be too crazy.
Yeah.
It's just the CT side they're quite clearly struggling with. Whether it's, taking control mid-round, or if it's knowing exactly when to do it. Because at times they do get the information, just, they peak at the wrong time or get quite fortunate with it.
That's unlucky.
He did get the lag, but...
Oh, he goes down as well.
That is Jenko with the ace.
Another ace for Jenko.
And there's the tactical buzz. So that, instead of the 6th round, they go for their 1 after 7. Which, fine, I guess, so long as you use it. I don't think we've seen a team use more than 1 pause in a game. It would be quite rare if they did do that.
Yeah, I can't say we have. I mean, pauses are a bit of a rarity when they actually get used in the UK scene for some reason, even though they give you a lot of time to actually sort things out.
I think the bigger thing is just the momentum.
Yeah.
UK teams thrive off momentum so much. If you were able to just... If you really wanted to, you could use 2-3 pauses back to back in the same section. I can imagine how annoying you'd be though if you did that. Especially when right now they won 7 in a row. Imagine you just kept on pausing over and over again, just over and over again. It'd be such a odd situation because you're just like, why aren't we just playing?
Yeah. Just want to play the game.
So Endpoint have walked out with the exact same purchase on all 4 riflers.
Incredible.
Other than the kit on Thomas, but that's whatever. But no mollies still, and it looks like here comes the triple banana. But this is slightly different because it's now Max and Luzzer together on this side. Normally Max is there at banana with them.
Heavy mollies on banana early, coming through from Endpoint to try and stop this push coming out. Deep HE as well, but it's not going to connect on anyone, so they are going to be absolutely fine. You do have the face coming through. Fry, ferocious as ever there. The teeth and claws are...
That's good nade as well, somehow it does.
On display, as he is going to be ripping through him. Thomas gets tagged up a little bit. I mean, you've already kind of won the round there, really. You've got a 2-player lead now over Endpoint. They're looking on the ball, and the music is back.
The music is back. I'm just, that spray transfer, even though we didn't see it from his POV directly, just seeing it on the other side, it was quite clear. Nice, transfer. They are walking into Luzzer, though. But they're going straight through ups, and Luzzer knows he needs to make some sort of move. Oh my word, he's actually made it into boiler. And somehow this round is completely turned.
Yeah.
Thomas got a kill on balcony, and he had his molly down there too, and he actually got 2 kills, and obviously the 3rd just then. But, that round...
That was win and reigns.
Really? I was saying to you how the only rounds they won were when players had superb moments.
Yeah.
That Thomas 3K might be one of those superb moments, right? Obviously, those got those 2 up kills, which are crucial as well. But he stopped that entire train running out of apps. So they have switched up the sites now as well. It's now Cray and Pulse on small site, which is always, a good sign to see that they're switching the people that are playing the sites, I guess. Bit of a mental one, really.
Well, Pulse is going to be able to get the first opener. Crack some open like a can. This push is coming through. You've got one man hiding at the back of the site. That is going to be Cray. Max now arrives on the scene as well.
Missed.
Utility galore, but instead just goes for the straight face with the
HP.
M4. Get that nade out now. He is quite low. That'll transfer any additional damage to try and help him out. Max just hoping to stay alive whilst his teammates do the dirty work for him. Link should be the final man to fall when someone
Max
decides
is
to actually shoot him in
not
the head.
dead. No, the molly.
Oh, Max. Could have been all good.
Jeez.
That would have been the team kill.
That would have been a team kill. And the money on Window Rain side, just after 2 round losses, it's diminishing. You can see it diminishing. Because, you know, you see Dom, he's down to CZ grenades, nothing else. Whereas Endpoint are looking the healthiest they have done on CT side. Question is really, are Window Rain going to start thinking we need to change things up because they finally adapted? Because that first round, that they won was, it might have been a bit of a, I wouldn't say a fluke per se, but it was, as I said, like an individual act of skill. Not quite something they'll regularly do. And that second round, again, that was a good hold, which we were waiting to see from them.
So it is going to be a play on the A site, it seems. One man going to be the lurker into the round. Lazza is the first to be eliminated as he does get a gift of a bullet straight through the cranium. Going to go for the hit on the A site as well. Max trying to defend from the elevated position, gets a first, but no more to add to his tally. Luckily, they had a wild Thomas, but he has swiftly been subdued as Astro will find that kill and topple the balance. Now, that means 13-12 scoreline, Ben. They're catching up. They're very, very close. Both of these two teams basically neck and neck towards the finish line.
It's neck and neck both the score and in the overall money right now. So obviously Endpoint only get 1,400 for losing this. Cray will be able to drop an M4. Pulse can drop a FAMAS if needed. But I would expect the AWP to go to Lazza and Pulse will buy his own SMG or something. And then Max gets a drop from Cray. But it's such a rough buy though, even on the T side. You know, they'll have pretty decent money obviously just for winning the round with 3 lives. But it's really not great. You know, this round is, this whole last 5 rounds is going to be a topsy-turvy battle. So will this AWP actually be given to Lazza in this situation? You can see them talking through the buy. Max gets that M4 drop. And Pulse does keep the AWP. Okay. I was wondering if you would actually give the AWP to Lazza, but they feel like it is a key part. And that was a good nade down Banana. Quite a bit of damage to quite a few players there. And this is the first time we're seeing them play a full, steady 2 quad,
Actually,
1
like a
arch.
slow round, yeah, playing like standard CS.
The question is, I'm wondering how long can Endpoint stay without using their grenades here? Because they have both smokes available on this small site. So Cray is ready with a molly here. Well, it doesn't look like he will be using it. But around the minute mark, this is where you're thinking of, we should probably try and get a smoke down. But they're actually letting him go in contact, and he's missed the first shot. Cray did get that molly down, but it's going to be too little too late.
Oh, the pre-fire as well, so Cray's already gone before he even gets a chance to fight back. Hulk's actually as well, nearly looking like he might suffer the same fate as he is tagged by them. And Endpoint, they are going for the save. So Pulse, he's got to try his absolute damnedest to get out of there and hold on to that weapon.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, Pulse kind of needs to land that first shot. Because that first man was way ahead of the others. And usually that's the difference between that push working and it not working. First man dies, Cray gets that molly down, and that site might actually be defended fully. But you can see there's an orchestrated hunt going on here. Although, they're actually not going to bother hunting for it. They realise we can build our bank here. It is only 13-13. We don't have much money. We're better off trying to build our own. Which I can respect. It's a good call.
Yeah. Well, 13-13. 3 rounds is all either team needs to actually find success on the first map here on Inferno and give themselves 1 foot up the big old step ladder to getting a win here at the Grosvenor CSGO epic.LAN event.
So this is very heavy towards apps. The last time we saw something like this was actually much earlier in the half with an apps burst. I think Luz is going to drop an Astra here as well. That was so close to being out.
Nearly figured it out.
But look at them all, they're all going through apps here, looks things. Got 3 players on the steps. Astra lining up a smoke, I believe that's Arch. Just to kind of make sure he gets an easy way of clearing out quad side. He only has the 1 flash as well, is the issue. Which he is saving for this apps burst. Question is, how will this hold actually do? Max has not been able to get a single one of them.
No, he
Barely
hasn't.
any damage out.
They're all going down. Ben Thomas as well going to be caught off guard. They're getting slapped at this point as well. It's the fact, you've got 13 rounds. You had such a strong lead, huge game full of some really big highlight plays from the team, and now you're starting to throw it at the end here. Wind and rain, they're coming back in. You can only give them so long. There's only so long they're going to wait before they fix things and realise how to overcome, and that's what they're doing right now. That'll be a 14-13 scoreline, as they will be 1 round away from securing overtime.
This hunt could be quite devastating as well. Pulse loses this, the money is all over. Does survive a bit longer, but I can't imagine it's for too long. Oh gosh. 14-13. The first lead that Wind and Rain have taken in this matchup. And it comes at round 28. It's just, it's, you start to wonder, is it a failure to close games from Endpoint? Yeah. 11-4, or is it simply the CT side? Based on previous games, it's the CT side, but you'd like to think there was some momentum where you start off that strong and you're able to help yourself into it. But right now, they changed people playing sites and everything. Quite clearly a bit of, I wouldn't say disarray, but not feeling too confident in the setups.
Okay, so Pulse waiting towards the B site.
He does have Cray right below him as well.
Yeah, he's also got backup, the assistment of Lazar. Lazar still in the AWP, of course.
But this setup, consider what Wind and Rain are doing right now. They're taking mid control for free. They've not had to fight for it. I think they fought for it once, and that was when Cray saved that M4. Otherwise, they've not had to do anything for it at any point this game. It's just Max and Thomas left on this side. And Fry has sold the fake. There's 3 players banana. They're going to have to try and get info. By the time they're trying to get info, it's too late. These players on A are on their own.
They would have stormed the place like ants at a picnic.
Oh,
Ben.
but hang on. They're going through CT.
Oh my goodness. They could play right into the hands of the other side. Endpoint could have them like party, but they passed each other.
Neither team saw each other.
Timing,
but
they
Luz is
passed
still
each
there.
other.
They know Luz is still there, and that's a free kill. The site's completely open, and they got one of the rotate goals on the way out too.
No, here we go. They're
Absolutely
back on the
crazy, to be fair.
Yeah, the timing.
I've never seen that timing. I've never seen that actually happen. And it has to be a save. Endpoint have already said that's it.
Match point.
The amount, see how many rounds they've actually saved, right? Look at how many rounds the bomb has exploded. 7 rounds, right? We'll make that 8. And they've saved on every single round the bomb has exploded.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's just... Oh, I say saved. They've attempted to. Cray did drop there to Janko. And obviously the money on Wind and Rain side. Much better than Endpoints. And Max just about scrapes it. 15-13 to Wind and Rain. Match point from map 1 of the grand final. Question is, will Endpoint be able to recover in any way and try and help themselves here?
Nades down Banana Ben. Astro slapped in the face by one as he is going to header it off and take a fair bit of damage for it. Dom as well on 78. Now this is where things get real. Endpoint, you know, you've got a choice here. It's either overtime or a loss on the first map. It's going to be a bit of a kick in the teeth going into map 2 here, and obviously it's the grand final. This is where they need to give it everything if they want to be able to pick up a win. For Wind and Rain though, seems like smooth sailing on the opener of this best and free as they get ready to charge in towards the bomb site. Astro has the AWP. Is going to attempt to go for the first face. Frags are coming through. It's a double kill from Price. Some of the AK. One after the other breaks their skulls, Ben. Elevated angle for Astro as well. It's easy. Just like that, it's going to be as good as done. That will be a 16-13 victory over Endpoint. It's got to be done. There's no way. Max and Thomas are the only 2 boys left. Surely it's too good to be true.
16-13. After being at 11-4 at the half.
Yeah.
At one point, it was 11-1. Is probably a better way of putting it. 11-1 to then losing 16-13.